Hi, everyone. Welcome in to a new show here on the Lotus Lounge podcast. Welcome in, guys. It's been a minute. I know we haven't really been putting out any podcast shows, but trust me when I say I have such a banger for you guys. You guys are going to absolutely love this. Welcome to the great debate with myself and my fellow streamers. Um, you know, you know how I know I've been streaming on TikTok too long? I'm like looking for like the sound effects. Oh, you know what? We do have it. Shout out TikTok. So, for those of you that are watching me live on YouTube, I'm going to bring my co hosts on stage in a second and introduce them all to you guys. But I want to let you know that I am streaming live to TikTok, to Meet Me, hello, Meet Me, and also to YouTube. So, without further ado, guys, please welcome my co hosts. Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
I was like, that did not even sound like you guys want to be here.
What's happening?
I love it.
What's
I
up?
love
What's up?
Well, let me first go ahead and introduce Rob, otherwise known as On Brand 30. Rob, tell us about your journey as a live streamer and what you bring to the great debate.
My journey as a live streamer. I'm a great observationalist and listener. I've listened to a number of different people and stories over the years, and I just use the information that people give me to further better myself on a day-to-day basis.
I love it. Thank you so much, Rob, for being here. And I know, guys, you're like wondering, like, are we going to clap for everybody? Yeah, this is our first inaugural, podcast session. This is season 1, episode 1. So we're going to take some time for you guys to get to know the hosts. And then later on, you'll understand why you needed this time. Our next up is Chris the Bear. Chris the Bear, tell us about your live streaming journey and what perspectives you bring to the great debate. Oh,
Uh,
there
my
you go.
my my journey it's been, yeah, my journey's been, it's been different. In terms of what I bring to streaming, I usually consider myself like the voice of reason. Um, I usually try to bring reason, logic, and reasoning to different debates and topics and discussions.
Beautiful. Welcome in, Chris. Next, we have the beautiful Brooklyn. Brooklyn, tell us about what you bring from live streaming and what perspective we can expect to witness here on this platform. Oh, you're muted. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get the hang of it.
I keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
First, thank you for having me. I want to interrupt nobody uh, with my commentary. Um, so my streaming journey is new. Who would have thunk that I would be here and streaming? But I'm bringing something a little different. I know it's been done before. Um, Due to launch on next week, we'll be launching our own kind of like a woman's let's talk. So bringing light, inspiration, sisterhood, spirituality, and community, just a safe space for women to get to themselves, if you will.
I love that. And I'm so on board with that. Ladies, we're definitely going to be there for a little bit
Yes.
of the
Come.
tea. And last but not least, we have Rafi Calls. Rafi.
Hello. I'm Rafi Calls Cap. She forgot the cap.
Oh my.
So I just I ain't a streamer. I like being me, and I like bringing salt into the mix.
Okay. I know it's gonna be a night. It's gonna be a night, but welcome in, Rafi. All right. let's get into it. Thank you guys so much for watching us live. What we do as streamers is we scour the internet to find out what are the topics that are being discussed right now. Whatever platform we are on, most of us are streaming or watching or perusing YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And we came up with these lovely topics for you. But before we jump into the topics, we are going to start with our question of the evening. And our first question comes from Rob. Question, chat, panel, are we being secretly monitored or have we openly given up our privacy? I'm going to let Rob jump into that and kick us off.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, are we secretly being monitored or are we openly giving out our information? Like that came from a report that I came across probably like a month or so ago, where this couple could not sue Disney because under the clause of Disney Plus, they have like a little subtext where it says that you can't sue this company for anything uh, in the future upon hitting agreement on the terms and conditions of Disney Plus. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So like I was just finding out, I was just curious, like how much of our information are we just giving away or our freedoms versus people actually secretly monitoring us?
Who wants to jump in with that?
Well, I'll jump in here. Obviously, Big Brother, as I say, is always watching. He's listening. Like we're having a conversation right now. When I get off of this live, there will be something in my feed, in my For You, that's going to have something to do with something of the topics that we spoke about. I've even spoke about restaurants with my cousin, and I'd be like, "You ain't gonna believe this," and I turn my phone around, and here goes the restaurant. Like it's always something being monitored, and I don't even think it's secret now. Like I think it's the monitoring, what we call the algorithm, and I think the privacy part of it comes in with secrecy, because that's on our personal part, because obviously we don't want to have, people getting our bank information, but we more than likely are always welcoming the big, wait, can I talk freely on here?
I don't know. I don't know what we can.
Listen, you don't know what I'm gonna say, but listen, your
Well, just
algorithm.
remember, I'm streaming on TikTok and so I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
allegedly.
allegedly,
Allegedly,
the big booty hoes, if you will, your algorithm is going to pick up exactly what your interest is, what you feed the most, right? So I think like that's a part of the gimmick of social media. It's like it's going to feed you what you want. So I think we want that part, to be kind of giving, because when we land on a page we don't really rock with, we'd be like, who done mess with my algorithm? And you
that's
probably said it to yourself, like, who?
that's so true though. Like, yeah, it's kind of. I'm beginning to feel like we are secretly monitored because everything, like whatever we talk about tonight, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on my algorithm tomorrow. Oh, shout out! We have one of our people here. Hi, Boogie.
Hey,
Welcome in.
Hi, Becky.
Hey,
Hello.
The question at the moment is, are we being secretly monitored or have we openly given up our privacy?
I
oh,
don't think
that's a
we're
good
being
one.
secretly monitored when we know that they monitoring us.
Right. It ain't a secret no more.
So when you go buy an iPhone, when you go buy a device, you already know what you're signing up for. You can't
Yeah,
complain after they know what's going on and they seeing what you're doing. You already when you purchase the thing, whatever item you're talking about, you signed up for that. You already when you purchase the thing. Why came in the delay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just moving people around because of the way the phones are set up. All right. What'd you say when you purchase the thing?
When you purchase the item, you already know what you're gonna get. You get a Google Home, you already know you're putting your information into it.
I
You
mean, I
get
think
your
we all know we're secretly monitored, right? But the other part of the question is what got me. Are we, what did you say? Are we openly giving up our privacy? That's the part
yes.
that got me, Rob. Like, I don't think most people know that though.
Everybody knows that.
That's not true.
Do they? Do they though?
The thing
Yeah.
is, the thing is,
Cause you
we've been
Okay,
gotta
openly
let me ask
giving
this:
up.
how many old people know about openly giving up their information to these scammers?
The
that's
thing is, this
Not
is where I
gamers.
had the same debate
what
with our
I'm talking about
ACCC guys here in
our age
Australia.
that should know. The old people get a benefit of the doubt. But our age, you signing up, you see everything you gotta put a check and agree to it. So it's not like we don't know. Do we care? Is the question.
Mm.
I don't think we
Go
care.
ahead, Boogie.
So what I'm saying is, we've
We
been
can't hear you,
giving
Boog.
up our information for decades, but every decade it changes. So back in the day, and I actually found the paperwork because I'm a hoarder. When I first signed up illegally for a credit card because I was being a smartass, they reverse market my name, and I had magazines mailed to me because I got a credit card because I had ticked the box for them to basically use my details to forward on to other consumers or suppliers and things like that and other companies. And they sent me samples. They sent me magazines for cars, use your credit card to buy this. And I
Yeah.
got all these things. We've been giving up our freedom to get a service for a long time. Now we're in the age where for us to be on Facebook, we have to allow them to data mine our details and reverse market it. We are on Google, and what people don't realize when you're on Google, when you talk about cars, houses, or whatever, right? Ads will start appearing because the algorithms in our devices listens to our keywords, but we agree to those terms and conditions to use their services. Now, what they're making on us is what we don't know. And I actually found out that our personal details, such as your name alone, first name and last name, that's 5.5 grand US dollars, right? When you give up things like your social security, which they can't share the full details, and so what type of bank you're at, what your spending habits are, that alone is worth $90,000 US. And the more information they share, the more money they're making on the back end on your details. It's what I refer to as reverse marketing using malware, right? And that is an actual industry out there. So people are willingly giving up their personal privacy. You get on TikTok, you're doing influencer stuff and things like that. You're giving up willingly your privacy. The government doesn't need software now to spy on you when we're willingly giving up that information. They don't need to wiretap your phones like they did in the old days. They don't need to spy on your computer because we're already giving that up. And for example, ChatGPT is owned by an ex-NSA director, and they've been getting information on people, their communications, their data, and that. So I didn't know I signed up for this. Well, the court has a rule. There's no excuse for ignorance and stupidity because when you sign up for anything, you have to tick boxes. You have to read their terms and conditions. You got to go through all this rigmarole. But people go skip, 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 skip. I agree. Yep, yep, yep. I want to play on this device. I want to look at this. I want to use that.
Listen, but you can't come down too hard on people for that because I do that. Okay.
Yeah, but I
know,
know it's hard, but
You
it's
can't
the
complain.
factual. You know what I'm like, Uma. It's the facts of life, though. If you go, oh, but I didn't know. Well, did you read the terms and conditions? Did you, and then
Anybody reads the terms and conditions.
I
So you
do,
can't.
because you know what I'm like. I need a reason
Who
to
doesn't
fight
read it?
someone.
But why people are not reading contracts? Yes,
Are,
that's a contract you're signing.
Yep.
Rap, are you reading contracts for real?
No,
Okay.
no, and because I don't know how to read. That's number one. Number
I can't hear
two,
you, Ravi.
huh? Yeah, I can hear you. And number two, I don't go outside my box. I don't.
See, I would have a good time being the devil because I would write so many underwritings in a contract. I would have a field day.
I can't. Anyways, bing bong. Welcome back, Rob. We don't know where you. Oh, you got to turn your phone. You figured it out.
Wait, Chris.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to
I
do that,
can't
and
hear
I
nobody.
wound
We
up.
can't hear you, Rob. Are you lip
You
syncing or are
press
you
Hold on.
reading
play
from a
on your
lit book?
screen.
Brooklyn,
Can
we
you
can
hear me?
hear you. You can't hear us?
I can hear you,
Uma,
but
tell
I
her to
can't
press
hear
play on the
Rafi,
screen.
and I can't hear Rob.
She
I
has
can
to
hear
press
Boogie,
play.
and I can hear you.
Can
Did
you
you
hear me,
hear,
Brooklyn?
I can hear you, Boogie. Yeah.
did you hear
I want
Rafi?
to call you Brooklyn 99. I'm sorry.
No,
All right.
I can't hear Rob. I can't hear Rafi either.
All right, let's try to move on. I don't know if you have to come out and come back in, Brooklyn. That may be an option, but we'll move it on to the next thing. All right, the biggest thing that everybody's talking on the internet right now is the Met Gala. There's so many things to dissect here, from the outfits to the people that did attend to the people that did not attend. Hello, stage boycott. A lot of celebrities were upset with the Met Gala because apparently it was hosted or had something to do with Jeff Bezos and his wife, Lauren. I forgot her last name. The big thing is right now that there is allegedly a lot of boycotts of Amazon because of the way they treat guys. Is if you were a big star, think Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian, not necessarily a nice star, but a big, well-known, popular star, would you have boycotted the Met Gala? Or do you feel like you still have to show up? Cardi B was there. You can see from some of these outfits, Rihanna, Cardi B, and Beyonce. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Um,
I'm
we
going.
did miss a bit of your question because I don't know if anyone else heard you, but why they were boycotting Amazon, then you went blank for a bit. I didn't hear it, but yeah.
So people like Jeff Bezos and his wife Lauren Sanchez, I believe, weren't traditionally invited. Like the Met Gala used to be an event that you had to be invited to, and now he made a sizable donation to either host or attend the gala, and so did some other tech billionaires. So people were boycotting for that reason because it used to be an invitation only event, allegedly. And then they're also boycotting because of Amazon. Like there was a viral video that went around of an Amazon driver having to like allegedly pee in a bottle because he wasn't given enough time for a break, or he would be docked if he took a break. So people are not happy with Jeff Bezos because of that. Like they say there's poor working conditions at Amazon, allegedly. So that's why people were boycotting. In fact, where he lived in New York, he lived in like a high rise. They had a protest group that went and put up, how you can cast a movie on the side of a wall. So they did that, where they had interviews with several past Amazon workers just talking like doing a video letter to Jeff Bezos while the Met Gala was going on. So I just wanted to know what your thoughts were about it. I'm gonna start by saying if I was a big celebrity like Cardi B, I would not go. I wouldn't. I think part of the thing about being a celebrity is you have to have like your ear to the ground. You have to know what's going on. I love Cardi B, but I was kind of upset that she went and she supported this gala where these billionaires, these tech billionaires are, especially right now with the way the country is in. Like gas is expensive, food is expensive. And you guys are paying, oh, and that was the other thing too. Allegedly, the seats at the Met Gala was the most it's ever been in the history of the gala. It was $100,000 for one seat. So,
I'm going.
I like the allegedly.
Oh,
Allegedly.
yeah. What do you guys think about this?
I'm
I'll go
I'm
quickly. Amazon has been under scrutiny
Yeah,
for
let me just get the
decades.
file.
I remember when Jeff Bezos used to own a bookstore and how he developed his company. But a lot of the living standards that we're talking about and working standards and that of their employees, um, how do I put this in a nice way? Only is in America because it's not just Amazon. A lot of companies in America, the way their KPIs work and that, and you either work or you pee in a bottle, or you get everything in America is based on a dollar value and your rights. And that in America is if you speak up, you get fired. Even movies make fun of it, and that I never found the humor behind. You're fired. You're fired. In America, here in Australia, to be terminated from a job, you really got to screw up. Otherwise, you get 3 warnings. You got to sit down. There's a procedure. The bosses don't have that ultimate power, even in corporations or supermarkets and the work standards that got investigated when it got out, what's going on. People would have their strikes. But in America, I've heard so many scary stories. Even when I was in the army, I was just like, what the fuck, right? Because, like I said, I grew up here. I went back there to serve. I came back here. And there's a lot of things that are still foreign to me about back home and the working standards. But as for the gala's always been about money. The
Right.
invites was based allegedly back in those days, how much you donate, and the invites were in. And the reason Bezos is spending a lot of money right now, he wasted a lot on Melania, the movie, and the Trump administration, and him, FIFA, Mark Zuckerberg, all these people, even Bill Gates, a man I used to idolize, right? All licking the orange buffoon's backside to get
Allegedly.
cut, allegedly, to get contracts for their businesses to make more money,
But that's what I'm
right?
saying. Like, don't you guys feel since 2026 started, there has been a big push for people to become more humble? Okay, case in point, right? You guys have heard that China did change its laws and they have outlawed like this wealth positioning. So overnight, a lot of social media influencers got their accounts banned. And I'm talking about people with millions of followers. Because if you were that Instagram or that TikTok influencer that was showing handbags and lavish lifestyles, China was like, we're not doing that anymore. We're not promoting wealth. We're not flouncing wealth. And, now they have had to rebrand and they're coming out with more humble videos, like allegedly teaching how to cook or make your own clothes or stuff like that, like really, really humble stuff. Do you feel like America is over excesses with the wealth?
America's always been about wealth. I'm sorry, it's not a new thing. America's always been about wealth. When we brought in social media, people found new ways of making wealth. Um, and like,
Rafi looks like he got something to say about that.
yeah.
If I had the money and I was a celeb, I'm going.
Why?
I'm going. Are y'all stuck? So that means are you going to Target? Are you going to Walmart? Are you going to? Are you going to boycott everything? You can't just boycott one thing. And let's stop
Exactly.
acting like this been the ritual forever. You gotta pay for those seats. Did they go up? Probably. But everybody still was paying for those seats.
Yeah,
Everybody was paying.
yeah,
Ain't nothing
gas went
changed
up.
from last year to this year. Oh, Donald Trump is in office. That's why it changed. Other than that, it's been the same shit.
Exactly. Like
It's
we're
the
on
same people
YouTube
that go.
right now, which is owned by Google. And Google has done some very shady things allegedly, right, to get to where they're going. A lot of places do underhanded stuff. I don't follow the gala because to me it's just brain rot. I don't follow a lot of things, but I saw the costumes when that's creative, that's cool. I think Heidi Bloom's one is the one that really got hit at me because I thought that was bloody awesome. That's as much as I saw about the gala. That is literally as much as I saw. The rest of the other costumes allegedly were crap, right? But
That's not what I
Heidi
see.
Klum's one, that one, when I saw, I don't know what it is, I wanted to draw it. I literally pulled my art book out. And when that's something I like, I like the artisticness behind it. But apparently, she has a history of great costumes. But the scandal of Bezos and all these things and that, this is a money making machine. All right.
I was
And, 1 in 10 will probably go, yeah, this is the thing. I'm going to boycott it. But how much damage do you think you're going to do? The only
but
time a boycott worked is when they went to try and terminate Jimmy Kimmel. And then Disney and them were losing $1 billion a day,
yeah,
allegedly. And
allegedly very
then
insensitive.
they reversed it.
Let's hear
Right.
from Brooklyn and then Rob. Brooklyn?
Yeah. So what I've been hearing just lately in regards to the Met Gala was Beyonce went only because it was her daughter's
First time.
first time. Exactly. And so that being the premise of why she was even there. But a lot of the old heads, I was hearing them saying, like, why would you give them more money? Like the current state of our economy, why would you put more money kind of into their pockets? And I like that perspective because, but they weren't unified in that. And so that puts a whole different connotation on it because if I'm the only one boycotting allegedly Target, then how effective am I? I gotta share that news, but you don't find very many people that are willing to actually take that type of stance, especially when all the designers are counting on you. Like all that's how they're making their name, their brand, and if the dollar right, again, money,
It comes
then
down to money.
yeah, I think that's what it all boiled down to. But I saw a lot of old heads complaining, like, yo, shame on you.
Well, welcome in TikTokers. I'm not doing readings until 11 p.m. So 11 p.m. you guys can come on back and become those title gifters and we can get that done. Um, somebody has like a recording in the background.
Yeah, it's echoing.
Is it me?
Is it me?
I
No,
don't know where it was coming from. All right, Rob, you had something to say, and then bing bong, it's time to move on to the next topic.
All right. Are you asking if I would go, or if I was Beyonce or Jay Z, would I go? If I
I
was one of
no,
them.
no. Did you have anything to add, sir?
Because
I'd go to
if
help
you asking
Beyonce
that if you were
change into
asking
the
if Rob
costumes,
if you were
allegedly.
asking if Rob was going, I'm gonna pull an Eminem and be like, I'm not going to any of those things. It had no interest whatsoever for me at
and
all.
one more thing,
Now,
because
hold on a second. Rob. As far as like having a ticket and being invited, I don't know why it's such a shock that money gets you invitations to just about anywhere.
Well,
Like if you
apparently that's
have
how it
enough.
was at the Met. Like it couldn't. It didn't matter how much money you had. If you didn't get an invitation, you weren't invited. So that's why a lot of the old timers are upset about it allegedly
Yeah.
because
And
it's
guess what? He has more than enough than all of them to get invited. You know what I'm saying? Just think about all the people that could have went to the gala but didn't because they weren't invited. Now think about one person who has just enough money to circumvent all those people to be like, no, I'm going.
it's
I
a
don't care
lot.
what y'all. I will pay what they're paying double per person. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's a level of money that we can't even really grasp. You know what I'm saying? So like just think about how much power you might have in that arena if
I
you
really
really
don't
wanted to
like
go.
thinking about it because that makes me upset to know that there's billionaires and trillionaires on this planet.
Yeah,
Like I
but
would love to be successful in life. I have like I do. I have a cap. I have a cap about how much money I want to make. And then after that, because that cap means I can take care of myself, my family, my friends, my loved ones, and then also pour back into my community. And that's all I need, you know. But I feel like greed is such a big, big downfall.
I'm
But
greedy. I'm proud to be greedy.
clearly,
Okay. And if you can't keep up with me, that's your problem. I will help though, like a rising tide raises all boats, but I'm greedy and I want more boats.
oh my God. All right. Next topic we're going to go on to this week, just recently, I believe it was yesterday. Uh, Football player Stefon Diggs was found not guilty
I
on
do
two
have a.
counts in his trial. So allegedly, the story is that he had a chef, Jamila Adams,
I do. I
was hold on one second. I don't know who's in the background, but he had a chef, Jamila Adams, that was a live-in chef, and she said that he owed her money, he didn't pay her, and she's alleging that he choked her and slapped her, and it was very traumatic. And this was not a civil rights case. This was a criminal case. He could have ended up going to jail over it. So what happened was over the few days that they were in court, his lawyer team grilled her aggressively. And there was apparently allegedly holes found in the story, right? Because things like, let's just say, I can't remember the date, but let's just say she got allegedly choked out and strangled on a Thursday. Thursday afternoon, she was in the house looking for a card to write a birthday card to him. Friday, she was making like a dancing video, how happy she was. She never went to the hospital. She never called the cops. She never reported it. But apparently, things changed allegedly when he didn't want to mess with her anymore. He asked her to move out, and she demanded from him that he gave her money to start up her restaurant. Basically, it's looking like sis was looking for a cash out. Did anybody follow this case? What are your thoughts?
There was a lot of holes, all right.
It was a
Um,
lot.
there was a lot
Look,
of holes. The thing is,
I'm gonna say this and say this one time only. If you guys have not learned anything from Shannon Sharp,
Oh,
Oh
you
Lord.
doomed to fail. You doomed to fail. You set yourself up for failure.
I mean,
yeah,
okay, at first I'm gonna be that girl. I'm gonna say it. At first I believed her, right? At first I was like, oh my God, Stefon Diggs. And you already when he did the Cardi, so I'm not feeling Stefon Diggs. Heck no. And then we go to court. And just the way she answered these questions. And she was trying to make it out like they had a relationship, a full relationship. And it was really giving like, that movie, that old movie, Single White Female, where the girl was like obsessed. And it's just giving that. It was really sad to see. Like she was saying that he didn't pay her for like 3 weeks. And then he had documentation from his business manager that she was paid for 2 weeks. The week that she wasn't paid for was when she was away from the house on vacation and she was expecting to be paid for that. And I was just like, what is wrong with people? Like this lady was getting paid 2,000 a week. is that not enough? I think it goes back to greed, doesn't it? What we were talking about
Nah,
earlier.
Or
you know,
entitlement.
you know what it goes to? It goes to the nature of, and I hate to say, I'm gonna pull a Rafi on this one. Look, you're guilty until proven innocent in these scenarios. Like these mugs are out here just ready to tear into you like a gazelle, and then it's up to your your jury peers to determine whether or not you are guilty or not guilty.
All right, Chris, we haven't heard from you all night. What do you think about this? Oh, we can't hear Chris.
Nope, can't hear you.
It's like real faint. I think he's speaking, but
Can you, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
clear.
Okay, but yeah, it's a classic case of she was caught lying straight up. I don't know why you would feel the need to lie in that situation, especially when there's documentation everywhere. I mean, we're talking about a football player who makes millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
We're talking generational type money. So to think that man is not going to have documentation of paying a chef, like you're sadly mistaken. I think at the end of the day, she felt some kind of way because she was put out the house and she tried to extort him for 5 million, and she got exposed for it. Her own plan, it ended up blowing up in her face. I saw the clip. The lawyer basically caught her in a flat out lie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it was suddenly, I can't recall, and I don't remember this, and I don't remember that.
Brooklyn, what do you feel about this situation? Were you following it?
Yeah, I guess kind of towards the end. I don't know if I missed a lot of it, but when I was able to kind of catch the clips and the gist of the trial, uh Shorty was talking about some, no, your lawyers offered me 100 grand, and basically she was like, no, I want more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so she could have got her a little change, but that that greed, honey, it stepped all the way in, and she ended up looking stupid, but I'm sure Stefan has done his stuff like most dudes when they gotta live in, and got the bread, and it seemed conducive. But then when you not picked and you a pick me, then it get a little spicy. You trying to find ways to make them feel, to make them hurt, and yeah, sis didn't do a good job. And whatever lawyer took that case, boo boo on him, because
One of the things that was like really almost sad was when they were talking about the text messages back and forth between him and her. And they were saying, like, she was going off, like, I want my money, and you said you're going to give me this money, and I want this money. And he's like, look, I just want you to leave. We're going to pay you what we owe you. And this is a shame that it even had to come to this. Like, he really was feeling some type of way. And what it sounds like, and I heard allegedly that Cardi B's upset now because she allegedly did not know that they were having an ongoing physical relationship. And that was alleged by the chef, Mila, right? Like, she wasn't just a chef. She was.
All right, okay. Can I
here you go.
like this is enough. I ain't never seen her post nothing that she cooked. Chopping one.
I can't. I
Do you
can't.
see how that girl look? Do you see how she sound? You really think that was his chef? Are we playing naive games here at the age that we are?
Oh my God.
She used to
Are
be
you
his accountant.
kidding me?
Oh God. Not that counting too.
And then poor Diggs, man. The way they've been dragging his name through the mug is not even fair.
Oh my God.
What? Oh my God! What? You don't think she should go to jail? If he were found guilty, what you think would happen to that man's life?
He would have gone
Realistically,
to jail. He would have gone to jail.
Oh,
so
That's
you don't think she
definitely.
should go to jail for making these false accusations?
Definitely. I believe the consequences would have been quite dear. However, let's not act like the man is Mr. Innocent.
I,
I
I don't.
mean,
I, I, I don't care what he did in 1920. I don't care what he did in
you
1999.
may not
I
care,
don't care if he
Robbie.
shot. I don't care if he
You
shot the
you
Pope
may not
in
care, but Karma cares.
1888.
Karma care. Karma care. Now let's see if your boy tighten up now. Because he been living an all the way unethical, crazy, wild, I can do whatever I want, I'm balling out type lifestyle. But maybe now your boy will slow down a bit. Because 3 baby mamas in 1 year is wild.
It's
You need to
crazy.
have more discretion with your Pisha deal, is your problem.
So is he on trial for having 3 baby mamas, or he
No,
on
he's
trial
on
for beating
trial for not
Tamara?
having
I'm just trying
discretion
to
with
figure
his
out what he
Pisha
on trial
deal.
for.
And his
That
I'm
goes
just
Pisha
back to
deal came and caught up with him.
I'm just
that
trying to
goes
figure.
back to the whole that goes back to the
This is
whole Diddy case, because a lot of people were upset, that they said Diddy got off so easy. But this was the argument, right? That a lot of people were saying, he's not on trial for his bedroom behavior. He's on trial for what he did. And what he did was specifically this, nothing else, nothing more. But it's hard, because do you guys feel like sometimes you want to be the ethics police and be like, dude, you're doing wrong by this female? Clearly, she was in love with him, right? Clearly, she had feelings. She thought she was in a full blown relationship with him.
She
she
was
was a side
madly.
chick. She
No,
Cardi B. Are
She wasn't
we
even a
kidding
side
me?
chick. She was one of the chicks. And
She
see,
was a
that's the
she was a side
problem.
chef.
She
She was
she
a
was
side
she,
chef.
at the end of the day, she wasn't Cardi B. At the end of the
she
day,
didn't cook the
she
sausage.
wasn't
She
Cardi
bought it
B. So she was the
allegedly.
side chick. So
No. And
this
even
is
with
crazy.
Cardi wasn't even the main chick. I
And
mean,
let's be real. She wasn't even mad that he had Cardi. She was mad that he had the other chicks. How is
that
this?
part. That part. So
What?
again, back to what I said, friend, because when it come down to it, it's a problem with the discretion and the character and the choiciness of his Pisha deal. If your boy slow down a little bit, don't have so many irons in the fire,
Okay, hold on.
maybe we
Big
wouldn't be
time.
in that predicament.
And they won't be
All right,
lying about. They
hold
won't be
on,
lying on his name. We
hold
won't
That
on.
know
ain't a
things like
lie.
this.
They didn't lie.
Real quick, real quick. All right. So was it was it openly known that him and Cardi were together?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
it was
Everybody
open.
knew.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that being said, is it is it is it safe to say that the discretion on the female's part, whoever's not Cardi B, or the other baby mamas, if you will, that they know that these two people uh, are together and exclusive and whatnot? Like, what
They
kind of
weren't
person will try?
exclusive.
All
See,
right,
and
well, let's say
that's
they
the
weren't, but
problem,
they're
though.
together.
Right.
But you
Okay.
openly know. All right, let's say you going out with somebody, right? And y'all been seeing each other for like three, like 6 months. Y'all not exclusive yet, but y'all been locked into a dynamic where people might see y'all going the distance.
Hey, Cap.
So let's say that you're together with someone for 6 months. Would you consider someone who knows that you are seeing someone, or your man is seeing someone, and they want to inject themselves into uh, his peripheral, even though they know that they're seeing you? Like, two wrongs don't make a right. Like, yes, is he out here stepping out and doing all the things? Yes. But we also got to keep in mind that, like, some of these women, not all, but some of these women aren't out here just innocent as well. Like, some of them are out here to gain favor. Like, we started this whole thing about the chef wanting to get paid and whatnot, or cooking, or being on vacation and wanting to get paid for her vacation time and whatnot. But we got to keep in mind that, like, people are going to do things selfishly on both sides. whether it's man or woman. So we don't know. I don't know these people personally, but from the information that I gathered, like neither one of them are right. She's actually also in the wrong. Like she's representing the type of person that will attack someone through lies and manipulation. And she got caught at the courthouse by lawyers telling a fib, like not really being honest. You know what I'm saying? So like when you think about that, she's also in the wrong. Like if she had nothing to really hide or gain from it, she would just be openly honest about whatever the situation is between them two. You know, and just
Well,
lay it all out on the line instead of just being like, let me go ahead and manipulate the situation.
Here's
there does
why.
seem to be a lot of manipulation going on. And in fact, that's one of the topics I wanted to bring up with my next topic because I'm seeing a thread here and I want to talk
Thread.
more this manipulation thing. So before we go any further, do you guys know who this character is?
Don't call my boy a character. That's big. That's Big Blue. My man, Big Blue.
I should have known
Don't
better.
be,
I should have
don't
known.
be doing my man like that.
I'm glad to say I do not.
But yeah, I'm gonna act like people don't know who Blueface is, and I'm gonna just tell the story one time, okay? This
Oh Lord.
this is an interesting story that's going on, and I've been learning so much. Remember, guys, I'm 48. These people are in their 20s. I believe Blueface is 29, but I've been really watching it because it's giving me an idea about dating in today's world and especially among the younger population. So let's kick it off. Over here, you have Blueface and his first baby mama. Her name is Jaden. They have two beautiful kids together. Now, they have been high school sweethearts. They apparently knew each other since they were 12 before Blueface became Blueface. She knew him when he was just Jonathan. They grew up together. They survived many things together. And he, became famous. He became a rapper. He became famous. And then he started cheating. The first person he cheated on Jaden with, allegedly, I don't know the whole story, but this is what's being put out there in the blogs, is Krishan Rock, right? He got Krishan pregnant. And that was around the time that Jaden left him, moved out, and got her own house with her two kids. And him and Krishan were together, but then Blueface was sent to prison on some, was it, I believe, legal charges? Something or the other. He went to jail for 2 years. So while he was in jail, we didn't really hear much about anything going on. But then he just came out, I believe around December, he came out, and him and Jaden were on friendly terms, co-parenting. Him and Krishan had a very nasty, very public breakup. And then he started messing with this girl over here named Nevaeh. They started messing together. They said they had history, but they really started messing when he came out of prison and he got Nevaeh pregnant. So he has two kids by Jaden, one kid allegedly by Krishan, because he's not claiming that kid. He's saying that kid is not his, belongs to her ex, Ronnie, who passed away. I don't know what's going on with that. Now he has Nevaeh pregnant. Now, while we're watching this story unfold of him getting Nevaeh pregnant, her ex released a video of her and him together, supposedly intimately, around the time she met Blueface. And now he's asking, is the child mine? To which she's completely denying that child is not yours, that's Blueface's. So he kicks her out. And they make back up, and then she comes back into the house. She's like huge now. She's like a boat. She's, pregnant. And then this girl up here in the corner called Bree Baby came out and said she is also pregnant for Blueface. To which he's denying, and he's saying he don't know what's going on with her. And all this time, while he's messing with all these females, he's also messing with this girl over here in the corner called Stunna Girl. She is not pregnant for him, thank God. She's another rapper. They made a video together, and then they were also intimately intertwined. We have so much to talk about, but I want to start with a very basic question before coming down to Blueface. What is it about men And supposedly, allegedly, Black men with all
Wow.
these baby mamas. We just came off Stefon Diggs.
I
Also,
can answer this one. I got this one.
go
Hold
ahead.
on, Robbie.
All right.
I want to hear what Chris got to say real quick.
I want Rafi to go in. I want Rafi to go first.
No, Chris.
Oh no, he'll go in. Don't worry, he'll still go in.
It ain't
No,
go for
Ralphie can go first. He can go first.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad you got the exhibits on the display. So after the first baby mom, after they break up, was he supposed to stay single for the rest of his life? Yes or no? I'm just asking. What was he supposed to do? Not move on with his life?
Well, she broke up with him.
So
right?
what was he supposed to do?
But they like to me, they still love each other. I don't know.
Oh no
They
no no
still-
no 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 no
they
no
still,
no
like,
no
hang
no
out.
no no no. If I break up with you, what are you supposed to do?
Move on.
That's what my man did to Chris Sean. He moved on to the next one. Then he found out the next one was kind of crazy. He went to jail. No, he went to jail. And it make you realize a lot of things. So he on to number 2. When he came out, while he was in jail, she was kind of crazy out here, acting kind of crazy, fighting her sister, beating up her mama. That's my girl. I like her. And then after that, he comes home. I can't go back to that. You see, when he came home, they try to jump him. Even the pops try to punch him in the face. After that, are you supposed to stay or go?
Go.
Stay.
Oh,
Go. My fault. Go.
He goes. So he moves on to the next one. My question is, why are these ladies, women, letting him get pregnant?
I agree with that. Actually, I do agree with that because one thing, I actually like this Blueface character.
We know.
Of
I,
course.
We
I
know.
do. I do. I really like him because, okay, I'm looking at it from like the astrology point of view. He's an Aquarius, guys.
And I'm
Aquarius-
ashamed.
it-
Let's just leave it at that.
no, he
Say the
really
word.
I'm 210, so I'm an Aquarius too, and we ain't like that.
Yeah.
You
Them
guys
men
really
Aquarius is
are.
way
Talk, yo.
different
Brooklyn,
than us
talk, yo.
female. Carry on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I disagree, Brooklyn. I feel this is Aquarius. When you guys are done, you're done. And okay, let's go through each of the baby mamas. The big problem for him with Jaden is he wanted a lot of kids. He told her this. And she was pregnant with his 3rd kid, and she got AB.
Wow, this is not something I knew.
Right. He just came out with this a couple days ago on that vlog with that famous vlogger.
They've been torturing my man for the last 5-6 years and trying to make him like it's crazy. They've been picking on him.
They said, why did you, and he said the real reason why we ended is because, me and her, we had this agreement that because he never really believed in getting married and all of that. Like he said, I always was a ladies' man. And he's like, and I tell these women I'm a ladies' man, but they just don't want to hear me. They just want me to be their own. And I keep telling them I'm not going to be that. Like the same thing's going on with Nevaeh right now. She just was it a couple hours ago or yesterday? She just showed up at his house while he had other females there, and she's mad at him. What I'm saying is the reason why I'm on his side is because he has explicitly told all of these women, I'm not yours. I'll hang out with you. I'll treat you nice. I'll buy you things. I'll be affectionate with you. But when you got to go, you got to go. I'm not ready to settle down. Right. His reasoning was he just came out of prison. This is not what he want to do. But all of these women want to kind of claim him. And my thing is why are there not older women talking to these young girls like their moms, their aunties? Why are they not telling them, you don't need this. You don't need to do all of this for money, because he'll just pay them, right? Okay, I don't want you at the house. I'll give you $1,000. leave and go buy yourself something nice. And they get all excited, they get all giggly and when that Cash App pop up. But why are the younger women so disrespectful to themselves? That's what I want to know.
They learn from the older women.
Lies.
Why?
Lies. Lies you
My
tell.
man is choosing violence tonight.
Lies.
Listen, you want to respond to that?
Lies. Straight lies you tell. They are not learning from older women because an older vetted woman is going to make sure that she is letting them know this man is running game. Have some more pride for yourself. What you're having is these are social media babies. These were absent mothers. These are the mothers that are late 30s, sometimes late. What you know what I'm saying? They borderline. You know, these are not the seasoned women of my era and Uma's era that would have ever advised that because we didn't live that. So
Right.
I don't understand the narrative where, you know, it's all okay, you know, he's got this. The point is they like we were talking about last week, he got money a little bit. And so when he get just a little bit of starter, it's more about the fame. You know what fame will do to your head? Fame got them twisted because they think that that's going to equate to them staying in the picture. But he's on such a crazy time mentally, like it really it wouldn't matter because as soon as you know what I'm saying, you don't do what he wants you to do, you gone. So now you got to be able to stand on that little bit of fame you got to sustain yourself. So but ain't no old woman told him that, Rafi. Ain't no way. No.
That's once again, that's not what I said. The question was, where's the young woman getting the information from?
You
From
saying
the
the
older
old women.
women. Okay, let's put Krishan Rock as an example. You think
Yeah.
her mother? You think her mother showed her right, or you think her mother's Mother Teresa?
She told you her mama was a crackhead, allegedly. These
So,
like
she's learning from who?
exactly.
An older person, an older female.
No, no. The
And let's
streets raised these
wait.
hoes. What are you talking about?
Let's
The streets have raised these 50 what 304 girls.
let's
This
before
this ain't got nothing to do with no the older women talk to them nothing. Social
before
media and these dummies out here living life reckless. They following, they're imitating what they seeing, but ain't nobody taught them that. No, not
since the
absolutely.
since the beginning of time,
Oh
since
wow.
I can remember, if you had money, you get passes. If you had money, you was allowed to beat your woman, and the woman would still be there. If you had money, you could have a kid, and she would still keep you. This since the beginning of time. Right, smile because you know I'm right. This is since the
No,
beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, they said if a man has a certain type of money, he's allowed to do things that other men cannot do. I don't agree
You mean
with
like
that.
go to the gala?
No, not go to the gala. Go to the perfect example. Nick Cannon.
oh, here we go.
You can have eight. What? Here we go. What? You can have 13 baby mamas. You got 13 kids, and you could be a stand-up citizen. Future got the same amount of kids. He's not a stand-up citizen. I wonder why.
Because
Because
Future don't want nothing to do with none of them kids that he done
no,
produced.
no.
There's a difference.
Nick Cannon
No.
money.
Nick Cannon got money, he produces them, and then he spreads himself across them 13 kids. Stefan, not Stefan, what his name? Future. Future have them, leave them, and then talk trash about the people that take care of them. Let's
First,
be
first of
clear.
all, First of all, let's be clear. Nick Cannon was always considered corny. That's number one.
Who cares?
Number two, his first baby mama is Mariah Carey. She's not in need for nothing. Let's stop acting
Exactly.
like go talk to the other baby mamas. You're
But
lucky
this,
you
but
just
but do you see the trend here? Like, what is going on in the community where these young
Meg,
guys are thinking it's okay to have a whole bunch of baby mamas?
no.
They-
It's
I don't think that's
why
it.
are they signing up to be baby mamas?
Because
'Cause
at
I don't.
some
I don't
point
think
in
that's it.
time, they think that they're going to get picked. You can even add your boy Cam. And we got a personal relationship with Cam because I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm going to tell you right now, there's about 3 different females that believe that they possibly could have had a chance. Meanwhile, the side chick dropping off the kids at the daycare. You're not this is not, something where they're following a mold here. This is just reckless behavior, but I
Yeah,
have
I agree.
money. And so now
I
because
agree.
I can spread myself real thin, but I'm going to spend a little time here. I'm going to knock up this one. I'm going to go back to this one. This one getting on my nerves. I'm going to go over here and spend a little
I
time.
agree.
This one got a little
Watch
recital. I'm going
it.
to go on this side. That's
it.
what you're seeing.
Oh, she
what,
clocked it.
what I'm seeing is that
So
they see. Go ahead, Chris, because Chris didn't say nothing. That's why I said go first, Chris.
So good.
That's why I said go first. That's why I
I
said go first.
told you.
so my thing is when it comes to Blueface, Nick Cannon, Future, all these other guys, I have zero respect for them because we already have an issue with broken homes in the black community as it is. And so
Right.
the fact that these guys with these platforms and this generational money is perpetuating the same cycle that we already have an issue with, I have zero respect for it whatsoever. Like I don't care about their money. I don't care about their fame, their clout, whatever it is. That's another between Cam, Future, and Blueface. It's gonna be about another 20 to 25 kids that's gonna come up in broken homes. And all you have to do is just research the information of what it's like for a kid who grows up in a broken home. And the fact that they're doing this willingly just lowers my respect for them just that much more. And let's be honest about it. As a man, in terms of the Blueface situation, I personally don't believe for a second he was just that honest and upfront with women because there's not a man alive there's not a man alive who slid in a woman's DM or approached a woman in person and was like, "This is who I really am." Anytime we've ever slid in a woman's DM, we're doing what? We're putting on our best. We're putting on our best. I'm not like the other guys. I'm not this. I'm not that. I personally believe they are selling these women pipe dreams. I'm selling these women pipe dreams, and these women are falling for it. Now, in terms of the women, when it comes down to the women, they're broken, they're unhealed. They probably didn't come from the best environments. You know what I'm saying? So, as I said before, they need intense healing. I'm talking 4 or 5 sessions a week. They have a lot of internal work to do.
Not every day.
Like they have a lot of internal work to do. You know what I mean? Especially when you're dealing with what you're dealing with. Like if you're the fourth or fifth baby mama, you see what this man has come from, you see what these men have come from, you see the drama that they've dealt with, and you still decide to fall for whatever it is that he told you.
Well,
Like that's
That's
No,
who I put the blame on. I put the blame on the women
I,
because okay, what he went through with Krishan is what he went through with Jaden, is what he's going through with Nevaeh. So Nevaeh, like, okay, I keep Jaden out of this, right? Because she knew him before he became famous. He wasn't cheating on her. Like they were a couple. They were engaged. They were getting married. Like they were doing the whole 9 yards, right? And then fame hit, and then all this stuff came out. So she did, to me, the responsible thing. She left. She's like, I'm not part of that circus. I already got the kids by you. I'm in the circus by a association, but I don't want to take part in it. So she left, right? Krishan was cheating with him on her. Krishan knew about Jaden and didn't care, and was
Didn't
cheating. And then she got pregnant. So I blame Krishan. Because if you don't understand that the way you get a man is the way you lose a man, like that is like an old saying. The way you get a
Mhm.
man is the way you lose a man.
you gonna
And why
lose.
aren't her women folk telling her this? So then, of course, she goes through it with him, right? He goes to jail. She gets this baby. He comes out. She's not even like anything to him.
Can I ask a
Nothing.
question real quick?
Hmm.
This is why I say women is the ones that telling her to do it. Because when she was cheating with him, ain't nobody said, girl, that's not the right thing to do. When they got together and they got public, the whole world cheered it on. Don't wait 3 years later now that you seen that it's not a fairy tale story to be like, oh, she should have knew better. They was telling her that he was the man of her dreams.
But also too a genuine man, if that first girl wasn't fulfilling him for whatever reason, a genuine authentic man who claims to be quote unquote real or whatever, he just walks away from the relationship. You can do what you want at that point. You know what I'm saying? That's what a real man. Hey, I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy in this relationship for whatever reason. He wasn't making her. I mean, she wasn't making him happy or whatever. Cool. I'm gonna step away. I'm done. You can do whatever you want with Krishan at that point.
He
But
does
Chris,
have very narcissistic views. Like his whole thing
absolutely.
is, yeah, like he said he wanted to have a woman who would they asked him in this interview, they're like, would you ever stop cheating? He's like, eventually. And the guy's like, well, what would it take for you to stop cheating? He's like, if I have a girl and she's not cheating on me, but I'm cheating on her and she still don't cheat on me, then it makes me think like, wow, you really messing up because this is a good person and you shouldn't do it. And that's what's going to make him stop. It's almost like, you know what it really looks like? It looks like he's traumatized. And I don't know if that has to
Absolutely.
do, yeah, I don't know if that has to do with Jaden because she didn't support him when he was in jail, but something tripped out at him when he went to jail, and
No, honey. I
he's
think it stems back even further. I
further.
think he's got mama issues because his mama is trash. His
Oh my
mama
God.
raised him on some pimp shiznai, and she think number one, she God's gift, and
This is
she
her right here.
running the whole circus.
This
She
is her right
thinks
here.
yes. She in every little bitty detail when she should have been in that detail when he was 7 and 8 and whooping his behind and giving him the correct examples. But instead, I bet you she pushed that non-musical career that he got and wanted the stardom of it all and the bread of it all and forgot the character of the man. So really what we need to be saying is where was the men in his life? And like most of them, raised in the streets. So that's your mentality. There is not a masculine, chivalristic, husbandly, boyfriendly quality in that young man. And
That's so true.
I pray that he does get that. And I get what you say when you say you like him. I'm gonna play off of that word. I don't think you like him. I think you respect his
I
honesty and his
respect his honesty.
transparency
Yes. Yeah, I
because
do
there's a
respect the
difference because he's
honesty.
a
Yeah,
trashy individual. The
that's true.
things that he has done to them women and
That's
now that
true.
his children are seeing examples of how a man is supposed to treat a woman, absolutely not. I'd rip custody from him and his nasty mama because her mouth is nasty, her character nasty, and she go and she flip out on them girls like that, and the kids don't even like him. The kids, as you said, we was talking about last week, they don't even want to talk to him, and they're talking to him crazy. So now you have no control over your spawn. Are you serious right now? How can
It's
you how
true.
can you back up a person like that? Character wise, period. He wrong. And I'm always gonna stand like that. Even for my sons. Right is right and wrong is wrong. If the ninja is wrong, he wrong all the way. And from the rooter to the tutor, he wrong. And then we can blame the females because you see the example of him being wrong to 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 different individuals, and you think you the difference. No,
Right.
sweetie, you don't love yourself because there's no way you would throw yourself in that pool of mess and think that your wop or your pum pum is good enough that you can tame that beast. Cause you can't. It'll
She
never
clocked
happen.
it. She clocked it. No, you're right. I don't like him. I really dislike him, but I respect his honesty. I love that you said it that way because that's what it was for me. Because there's so many guys out here that are playing women in their face, and
Period.
this guy is like,
I,
you a hoe.
that question, because this is crazy. This is
Oh
crazy.
God.
This is crazy.
I
What's
just want
crazy,
to go
fam?
ahead.
What's crazy?
Just
Playing in whose face? You acting like you talking about Mother Teresa here. You're not
oh,
talking about yourself, my girl. Stop doing that. You can't do that. If you gonna call him an ain't shit nigga, that's an ain't shit bitch. We gonna keep it an even playing field. Because I do agree that he is a degenerate. I do agree with that. But so is those women. You trying to make it like they got class. They don't got class. Krishan Rock here, she fighting people for no reason. Let's talk about the Bad Boys Club. Let's talk about how they live their life.
But
Stop
that was
acting
her
like
brand. That's what he got her for. Cause so she can fight all the other females. Cause that was gonna make him money. So let's call a manipulator and a narcissist a manipulator and a narcissist then. He manipulated the situation on a weak individual. Don't mean that she was a B
now
at
she
that
weak.
time.
Now she weak. This is crazy.
wait, we
You
do
can't
got a
make this up.
wait, we got a
You
clip.
can't
We got
make this up. You
I
can't
got
make
a
this up no matter what. No matter what. If the guy is in the right, he's still gonna be in the wrong. We're gonna find a way to blame him. Because there's no way. The motherfucker's 6 feet. He's been Blueface since he was, I want to say the nigga got the nickname at the age of 10, because I got my nickname at the age of 10. So he been had that name. He been had that reputation. Why are we trying to act like he changed yesterday? When we first met Blueface, this was him. 7 years later, it's still the same Blueface. Why you want him to change? Because
I
you want.
got a video. I got a video that came out that had me rolling on the floor.
Of
This was
course you do.
yeah. This was after the current baby mama that's expecting left the crib.
They always be talking like, I'm gonna find somebody that loves me and treats me better. No, you're not. I think you ended up with me.
Wait, this one's blocked out. Hold on. Let me see if this one.
Bitch, no, you're not. How the fuck you think you ended up with me, bitch? How the fuck? Bitch, I'm the final boss. When you end up with me, bitch. Hey, no, they always like, bitch, when you end up with me, shit, all that shit out the window, bitch. I'm the final boss. You end up with me, bitch. It's your last straw. You feel me? That's why I be treating these bitches. I be treating the nigga because I'm the last straw for these bitches. You feel me? These bitches that had 100 digs, none of them panned out. Feel me? They want to come over here to the motherfucking to the dark side. Come on, baby. We're taking applications always.
So that's his thing about why he treats the women is because he says like, because that's what Nevaeh, I guess, said when she was walking out. She's like, I'm gonna find somebody to treat me better. And he's like, no, you're not. You a hoe like me. Right. Because and he broke it down online because he said, okay, when did we start messing together? December? She's like, yeah. And he's like, and this guy, you was messing with him in September. She's like, yeah. And he's like, and this guy, you were messing with him in October. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, and now this guy that just came out said he was messing with you in November. And she's like, yeah. And she's still not getting it. And he's like, you were 304. And she's like, how am I 304? And he said, you had 4 men in 4 months. He's like, I just got out of jail. I'm trying to catch up to you.
I agree with that.
It was wild. I'm like, he's
If
horrible.
he-
Of course you
Okay.
do.
but how is he wrong for saying that? So you're allowed to have 4 boyfriends, not even boyfriends. You're allowed to sleep with 4 men that we know about, and you mad at me because I want to do the same thing. How?
Wait. Let me make sure I got this right. Let me make sure I got this right. The man who has generational money
Oh,
has access to pretty much what he wants because of the money and the resources that he has. And yet he willingly chose a quote unquote 304 and somehow he's a final boss.
yeah,
Well, that's
because
what he's saying. Like, there's nobody else coming after him. Like, he's literally
But yeah, like
the bottom of the barrel. He's the bottom of the barrel.
yeah, because once
so basically what he's saying is, Chris, is that like you thinking you going out to find someone better than me is unrealistic because no one's going to want to deal with you because you hang out in the streets that I hang out in, which is the 304 streets. So the only person you're going to find out there is another 304, not one of those top tier men that the internet keeps talking about.
Well,
Oh, but there are
in
children
terms of
involved, though.
in terms of those women, again, until they start the intense healing process,
Correct.
they can forget it. You don't get to still be in that mentality and think you're gonna find you a Russell Wilson. That is not how that works.
I don't think a lot
So
of men is gonna date after you had a kid with Future. I mean with Blueface. I'm just saying.
so
That's what he's saying.
let me go ahead and inject real quick. I want to answer Chris's statement from earlier. Yeah, I tell people what it is. I don't get on the internet DMs and be like, I'm not like the other guys. I'm like, I'm exactly like the other guys. You want to come to my gym? Come hang out. But that's beside the case. What I would actually say is this in regards to Blueface and all his baby mamas. I'm not really looking at Blueface. I'm not really looking at baby mamas. I'm looking at consumers. Because without the consumers, he wouldn't be as prolific as he is right now in the news with all the drama that he and his baby mamas generate. Like if
That's
none of us paid attention to him, he all of that would fade. So no matter whether or not and that could still possibly happen. I don't think he has generational wealth. He has part-time wealth. You know, this this will this will fade because much like everybody else that's in that arena, there will be someone new to take that spot and get the limelight. And while they're shining, he's gonna be dimming. You know, and all the baby mama dramas and all that stuff will dim wholeheartedly. Like, and as an added note, he did the one thing that you should not be doing in his position. If you actually out here trying to be a 304 or male 304, is is he did tricking wrong. Like he tricked his like he went out and did some tricking and 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 wound up
tricking.
false advertising. Basically like paying for companionship. Like cuz I've gone across the internet and streams and stuff where a lot of people have their like cash apps and stuff in their profiles, and a lot of those people don't do nothing on their platforms. Like a lot of them just sit and stare, and hopefully, just the side of their face will uh, get people to start dropping coffee in their coffee money into their um, Cash App accounts or nail money and stuff. There's people that I know that have um, like payment plans and stuff, but they're actually offering services. There's a lot of people on these platforms that aren't offering anything other than like the basic um, 304 lifestyle. Mm. So, if I give this person enough, then they'll come around and we can have a little bit of bedroom action, and we can just continue that avenue. The longer you're around a person, especially in these ladies' case, the more likely you're going to develop feelings. He's not going to develop feelings because he basically, like Boppy said, been the same person that he's been before he even hit the limelight. So like he's already settled into his uh his personality, and because he's got the fame and all that stuff, like that's just a elevated form of who he chose to be. And we soak it up because we go down rabbit holes and be like, oh, this person. None of these people hit my algorithm because I have no interest in baby mamas, how many people you have slept with, how many kids out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are broken homes and stuff out there and whatnot, but like um I don't want to give my algorithm any indication that I'm looking to support those people who need the validation and intention to keep doing what they're currently doing. I'd rather look to
I
people
like
who
the
are actually.
drama. I like the drama just because there's a lot of young girls watching this play out in real time. And it's
Oh,
putting the building blocks together for themselves to think, I can't be caught in this situation. Because as you guys have correctly said, there's a lot of people coming from broken homes. And clearly, the mamas and the aunties and the grandmas are not talking to these young girls the way they're supposed to be talking to them, right? Like Nevaeh's mom showed up there to, she slept in the kid's bedroom, in Jaden's son's bedroom, and took pictures and posted it. And she literally said, I posted it because I want a reaction. So now you got mamas competing with their daughters for attention, for social media attention, right?
yeah,
So
because you got to think about it.
yeah, she's
They're
going to be the
and
woman to tell her daughter, Nevaeh, get your stuff, get out of here. I raised you better than this. You're going to have this baby and you're going to be a single mom. You'll take his money to raise the child, and that's it. You're going to move on. She's not doing that. Right. So I like that all this drama is playing out in real time. I'll tell you, my prediction is I really feel all of this started because he was mad at Jaden, because Jaden had the abort the mission, and I think that really messed him up because he wants to have a lot of kids. He's been talking about he always wanted to be a dad and have a lot of kids. So I feel like he went with Krishan and got her, pregos, because that was his get back. And then Nevaeh, and now this other one, Bree Baby. He just wants to have kids. But I feel like his heart is really with Jaden. And I feel like
but
because they've been together over 10 years. So I feel
but
like in
but
time, they're gonna get this. Huh?
you know the difference between that though is he wants to have a lot of kids, but here's the thing about that: he don't get to make that choice. Neither does she. Like, to say that let's say you want to have 10 kids, you can't orchestrate that. Like that's not really up to you. Like, yeah, you can probably go out and sleep with a bunch of different people, but like if you want to have a lot of kids and you found like the love of your life or whatever, like you can't orchestrate, you can't cre- you can't you can't initially what's the word? You basically are not
Exist.
the all father. So like you can't be like, okay, I'm gonna impregnate you with 10 kids. Like it's
My
not up to
ex-husband
you.
has, listen, it ain't got nothing to do with that part of it. what's the mentality of the young man though, Rob, where
Right.
he would say, um, 10 different random chicks instead of saying, Jaden, you've been down with me since day one off of straight loyalty. I mean, just not to even just for the sake of, I don't know what his affiliation may be, not even to be, you know what I'm saying, what they call you when you violate, because that's a violation, and even in street code, like you loyal to that female. So if he couldn't hold that down. What he should have said was, yo, my goal is for us to have 10 kids or whatever the case. I think where it abort mission came in is when he decided that was going to be with different females. See, he got gassed up. I think Jaden would have rolled for him had he said with you monogamously, and he carried himself different. That wasn't the case though. He want to still continue to sow his royal oats like he's God's gift. That's the problem with these 304
Well, yeah,
people.
and I agree with that. But also like even with, well, I don't agree with the part of like sowing your wild oats across
Oh,
multiple
he do.
people,
Ain't nothing better than
but
pussy than new
but
pussy. I bet you that's his mentality. Yeah, it is.
I need to find
Carry
a
on though.
timeline.
we, we,
Uma, can you give me a timeline?
we won't get into that. But
I need I need a timeline. Did
but here's the thing though, like even if that's the case, like it it's really about a matter of faith and what's in store for your life. Now, granted, we alter the pathways with the choices that we made, but like if that was a choice that you wanted to create for yourself, then you know you had to move in a particular way where it's just like, okay, cool. And if you don't get your goal, then life isn't over. You know what I'm saying? Like people reinvent themselves on a regular basis. So, so to go out and have this kind of hoopla and drama and baby mamas and baby mamas mamas. And don't get me wrong, I know some people who are 50 and over who act the same way. It's not,
Mhm.
I don't know a lot of people, but like they're out there as well. And it's just a matter of what they find to be important and how susceptible they are to what they intake on a daily
Ding
basis.
dong.
Like knowledge is power. And if you're not really seeking to improve yourself, then you're going to fall into these little traps and holes that these people fall into.
I agree with that. I do. I mean, like the whole concept of what constitutes as cheating, like, is it cheating if I told you I ain't shit and this is who I am? Is it cheating if even though I said those things, I you make me feel like we're in a monogamous relationship? Speaking of cheating,
Well,
right?
no, I don't think it
It
is.
brings us it brings us to our last topic of the evening,
Oh,
which
Lord.
again, another celebrity couple, and this is a big one. Meg the Stallion. Meg the
Is
Stallion
it a
had
big one?
a breakup with Clay Thompson, her football player boyfriend. Allegedly, he was cheating multiple times. She said up to 7 times, and she felt stupid because he was out here, introducing her to his parents and his family and spending holidays together. And he's saying that there's like a different Megan the Stallion behind the scenes as opposed to what you see on screen. What do you guys think about this? Like, where are your mindsets about this?
I would love to hear from Brooklyn.
Let me munch on my ice in peace. Mm-mm. Y'all not about to do this to me this week.
uh,
Look, I sent you all the clips in the chat.
That was a good clip, though. That really was a good clip.
It's not an anomaly. Everyone knows your boy was nothing. And I repeat, go ahead, Rafi, repair yourself. Yeah. You you can repeat yourself. I'm ready. He was nothing. And even if I don't care how many rings he got. And then I saw something about some, oh yeah, she wanted one of my rings and I wasn't ready to get up off it. Blah, 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 blah. The point of the matter is no one was checking for him until the stardom, the fame, and the celebrity of Meg was attached to him. Now we got all the perspective from, the streets, the homies or whatever. Cam told you what Cam and May said, like that's a 304. Even if she was a previous 304, that's not somebody you bring around the homies. But if you knew that and she would not be respected amongst your circle, why, as Chris said last week, why would you waste that girl's time and play in her face? We done seen the clips. You can pretend all day, but I ain't cooking dinner for you and your family. I ain't doing all the things and going on dates and changing my perspective and calming my rah-rah down and all of that for somebody who has told me, yeah, this is just a fun time. Cause then I'm just gonna be me, and then you can take it, love it, leave it, because that ain't what you're here for. What it was said in Boomerang, he didn't give me for my cooking. It ain't about that. And if it's like that, you ain't got to lie to kick it. But the point is, it probably wasn't even like that. So, I mean, she was happy to have a stable guy who she thought was not a 304. And now here you have this 304 who has revealed himself, and she done made all these changes and adjustments in her life. That's the part where America's black women have really just become outraged, because it's like, dang, is there only Russell Wilson? Is there only LeBron? Is there only Steph Curry? Are these the only people? And so now that's just celebrity like, right? We don't know what's behind doors. And if they some real ones, they may be holding it down, even though they did cheat, but you ain't never gonna know about it. But it when it comes down to like the caliber of the person, he played her. I'd be mad too.
Rafi, what do you feel about that?
Here we go.
I gotta get off of this one because I had to do extra digging into the nonsense. Because if I don't look for it, it doesn't come across my screen. So I gotta look for things. So with that being said, you said allegedly he was reported cheating. Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what she said.
So let me get my phone. Allegedly, Megan Thee Stallion asked Klay Thompson for $700,000 a month to upkeep her lifestyle. Allegedly, because I don't think somebody with money will ask for that type of money. But I think she asked him for money.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Now it's oh, God. Because we're going by only allegedly. We don't know what happened. You just going by what she say. He says she asked him for money. So he's like, wait a minute, this motherfucker asking for me for a month? I cold feet. Cold feet. Because if she asking for $700,000 just for now, imagine if I throw the ring
Okay,
on her.
is that alleged or is that true? Did that really happen?
Did he get caught cheating, or did that really happen?
No, she called him.
No, okay. How did you know?
Did he tell her?
Because she had the receipts.
How did you know?
Because she showed the receipt. What part of that we not catching?
And he
showed the receipt.
And his receipt was that she asked him for $700,000. Okay, I believe him.
Where was it?
He is worth $200-something million. And the way girls speak nowadays, how you gotta upkeep me, because I gotta look good for you. I can see her asking for money. Why do women ask for money when they got money?
Why would she ask for money when she's got equally as much
money? Yeah. Don't she got more money than him? Like allegedly?
Stop it. It's not even fucking. This is like comparing Michael Jackson to Prince. It's not even close.
Oh, that's a good comparison, actually.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Should I chat GPT that 7 times that she found out? That's what I heard.
Yeah. He told me that
Yeah, that's what
she
I
asking
heard.
for $700,000. It's the 7 that's messing it up in the universe.
Hold on, let me go ahead and just Google that right quick.
Look it up. It said allegedly. If it says allegedly, to me, it didn't happen. Because you're just
Okay.
assuming. You're going about somebody's word.
Listen, we have to say allegedly because have you seen what happened to Tasha, the
Right,
blogger
right.
No,
that did that to Cardi
I,
B? Yeah,
I,
exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
say allegedly. If I say you, I think you dig. I'm gonna say you dig it. If
Well,
I
sir,
say
we
you're a
have to because
liar,
So guys,
we don't have money for $1 million suit.
oh,
I
don't
want to
worry about it.
I want to tell you guys that I just Googled it, and it said no, there is no evidence that Megan Thee Stallion asked Klay Thompson for $700,000 a month. This claim stems from fabricated viral social media rumors that is unverified.
And
Thank
now
you.
look up the cheating part. Show me proof that was cheating. Now show me the cheating part that
All
he
right,
cheated.
I'm gonna ask, did Klay Thompson
Yeah.
cheat on Megan Thee Stallion
Meg
This is why
says
I
she
love
found
Rocky.
text messages. Meg
7
says she saw
times?
documentation
I
of the
I want to.
said.
I'm from Missouri, the show me state. Show me these text messages.
Okay, based on reports from April and May, Megan Thee Stallion publicly accused NBA player Klay Thompson of cheating and ended their relationship, citing infidelity and a lack of monogamy. While she indicated he was unfaithful, the specific 7 times claim is not verified by official reports as well.
Come on now. Oh, come on now. I did my research. I did my research.
Oh, no, but this is different though, Rafi. This is different because you're saying that she did ask him for 700,000. He's never said that. She's never
No.
said that. The internet said that. But she is saying that he cheated on her supposedly 7 times. It's not an internet rumor. It's what she's saying.
And same thing with Stefon Diggs. Until we go to court and we gotta prove people innocent.
But Klay Thompson didn't say that she asked him for 700,000 a month.
But what I'm trying to say, that's why I said allegedly. The word allegedly is on both scenarios because there's no real concrete evidence that either thing happened. Just like Stefon Diggs, he was caught a woman beater until he went to trial and we found out that she was giving up cheeks.
Rafi, do me this. Do me this. Let's use a little bit of logic here. Just play.
Here we go.
Let's
Yeah,
just play on this. Play
yeah,
on this idea
yeah,
here. Okay.
yeah. You trying to think you
I'm
sticking up for Mother Teresa. You sticking
fam,
up for Mother
fam,
Teresa again.
fam, fam. Just
Yeah,
go with me on this, okay?
yes, yes.
Just
I'm
let it go.
listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Now, you're a multi-millionaire superstar, right? Okay. You not only can have and have had celebrity boyfriends with more capital or equal, you decide that you're going to wife up this individual who you know is stable in their own right. Okay? So, what you're telling me is I get Pisha deal, I got bread, and I still want to come over to your house and buy a house together and then take your money? So that was my intent for being with you? Make it make sense. The woman wanted love. She didn't care nothing about his money. Because otherwise, again, she would have went with Slim Thug or any other. She would have been a sugar baby, been a part of the clan. She didn't want that. She could have had that. And she had. But she left party for that same reason. So clearly she not with being the other chick. She not with you just cause you got some bread. She wanted the love, the companionship, a stable-minded individual, someone with a real career, not someone who trying to get their rap career off making diss tracks. We're talking about somebody who was intentional and who she sought out. She ain't get the cornball with the tats and all the other stuff, Pookie and Ray Ray. She went for the clean cut guy that had some bread, that got family value, all the things he pretended to be and portray to her. And
Mm.
that's what she signed up for. She didn't care less about his money. His money. One tour alone probably could have gave her a quarter of that.
All right.
It ain't about that.
I see Chris want to say something.
I mean, yeah,
Go
Chris,
ahead,
say
Chris.
something while I go get my phone.
Go get it.
You know, for we know that Meg doesn't have the best history with men. You know, I think we all know that, whether it was her fault or not. You know, we know that she don't have the best history. But at the end of the day, regardless of what her past is, one thing that cannot be denied, is that Meg was all about Clay. She was off the scene. She was they were doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? She was laying low, out the way. They were, at least for all intents and purposes, appeared to be building a life. You know, or at least it was heading in that direction. And again, as I've said before, now Clay claims that Meg is a different person behind the scenes. So if you knew that, you could have done the manly thing and been like, you know what? You're not who I thought you were. This isn't what I signed up for. I'm going to bow out gracefully.
Right.
That again, that is what a real man does. That is how a real man handles that situation. It's done privately. Now, the only knock I'll give on Megan, you shouldn't have went public with it. I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's about. This wanting to get social media approval or society's approval, or as they say, the court of public opinion. I don't know what that is or what that's about, but it's, for the life of me, I will never understand it. So that is one thing I will say that I will hold Meg's feet to the fire on. There was no need to go public. Whatever you saw, that proved his infidelity, that should have been kept private. None of us needed to know. None of us. So for me, in terms of Clay needs to accept the fact you were pretending in that relationship. Instead of being honest with her about it, you were fronting. To be honest, it's indicative of the Tiger Woods situation. When Tiger was out here dominating on that golf course, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, everybody thought Tiger was what? The loyal husband, devoted father, da 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 da. And look what happened when all that came out. Look who he really was. So much so to the point he had to go to rehab. So
I think it's like, go ahead. Sorry.
So one thing I will say is we have to be careful when we put certain labels on people. We have to be very, very careful with that. You know, and for me, I think somebody mentioned it earlier. It goes back to why having stability, not financially, but in relationship, that's why having stability is so important. That's why you've never seen LeBron caught in no scandals. You've never seen Steph Curry caught in no scandals. You've never seen Barack Obama caught in no scandals. The Denzel Washington caught in no scandals, or whatever the case is. None of them. I know the whole Will Smith thing. I know that's a whole. That's probably
that should be next week. I swear.
Man, I was just about to bring that up.
That should be next week. Shoot.
Chris,
That's
I would like to.
That's a whole episode in itself, probably.
I just want to give I want to say to all the panel members, I'm so appreciative of you guys coming out here for our first episode. We're going to begin wrapping it down. So I want to give each of you a chance to talk about any of the topics we talked about tonight, any lasting impressions. I'm gonna start with Rafi, go to Brooklyn, go to Chris, go to Rob.
I want to go last, but I want to answer what Chris said first.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Chris, is it fair to say that this is how I see it? Megan, we got Klay Thompson, this clean cut, never been in trouble. The reason why she went to the public media to show everybody that he is not what he's trying to be. And trying to embarrass him so other people could be aware of Klay Thompson. That's number one. Number two, after doing the global research on my nice phone here, it said Klay Thompson's net worth $140 million. Now let's go back. Megan Thee Stallion's net worth, drum roll please,
Oh God.
$40 million.
Oh man.
It's not even close. Why you think that this girl has the type of money that a global NBA from the National Basketball Association Basketball League of America? You think she got more money than him? These rappers don't make no money. The way they live their lifestyle, they're not making money. They spend too much. He gonna spend half of the money he made because he's on the road. So the net worth is not even close. Like, I'm mad that y'all even think they in the same ballpark. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, nah, she's a mega star. We talking about A celebrities.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
ahead.
We ain't talking about B and C celebrities. We talking about A celebrities. So yes, Cardi B got that type of money, but Megan does not. You're trying to put the same two in the same category because they millionaires and they females, but it's not the same. One is Denzel, the other one is Steve Harvey type shit in acting. Shit like that. I'm done now.
All right, Brooklyn, what are your last thoughts for this evening? We had so many different topics. What would you like to end with?
I think what I'd like to kind of end with is the fact that we need to pay more attention to our youth, that we need to be more present in the lives of our children, in the lives of our nieces, nephews, the community, to show a different and a positive way of living. And that starts with us, because it may be too late for some of us old cats, because we effed up in the brain. And see, that's a psychological thing. And sometimes it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And the leopard is real hard to change them spots, except God do something like that. But if we can start with these babies young and start changing their environment, changing their mindset about what really is lit, what really is celebrity, what really is, it's the character and of the man or the woman. I think we can help change a generation, because I'm telling you, times are getting hard, and we looking at viruses going around and different things like that. Ain't got nothing to do with sexual orientation, but I guarantee if we start being able to tap into a different mentality for these children, they can make some better choices. Maybe not have to go down these roads that some of us older, supposed to be mature people are going down, because it's sad. And we're not paying attention. They not only doing stupid stuff like that, but they can't read, they can't write. You know, like
Me?
it it's some more
No.
pressing issues than what they doing with their genitalia. We've got to start, and what's in their bank account. We got to start paying more attention. and really, really putting the emphasis on the important stuff in life. But that started with us figuring that out first. Yeah. Thank you for
Beautiful.
having
Thank you
me.
for your insight. Chris, what about
Absolutely.
you?
You know, I think at the end of the day, it's about choices. It's about
Mm.
choices that you make. I say all the time. Well, I'm gonna say choices and doing the internal work. Because I think when you would do the internal work, you change your external energy. I've said before, it's a quote that I really like, and it's you're born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your choices. And so for me, for me at the end of the day, it's about the choices that you make. And I believe when you make the right choices, you attract the right energy. Again, whether it's Blueface, whether it's Clay Thompson, and I'm just strictly speaking to the men. you, you know I believe had their energy been right, whatever it is that they're dealing with, I believe in Stefon Diggs, I believe a lot of these situations would have played out differently. If these women weren't what you thought they were or what they claimed to be or whatever the case is, you could have just bowed out gracefully and saved yourself the public humiliation, all the drama, all the toxicity, all the negativity. You know what I mean? You can't perpetuate, you can't complain about a cycle, then jump in it, perpetuate that same cycle, and then complain about it.
That
It's a
no, a lot of what you said
it's a
is
walking
resonating.
contradiction to me.
I like my sum up after Rob is like gonna touch at everybody's points, I feel. Go ahead, Rob. Thank you, Chris. What's your last thoughts about this?
Oh, those are some very good points. I feel like I don't even have anything to add to that. But I would say this, and this is really just my my tenure on streams and joining lives and different apps and such is just knowing how to navigate uh, yourself, but the people around you as well. Like people are often surprised at how like jolly and cheerful I am on a regular basis, and it's just basically the stuff that I intake and what I consider to be of utmost importance and what I consider to be not of importance at all. So for me, I look at entertainment as and live streams and included with that is as a source of entertainment, a way to uh, occupy my mind without actually having to solve problems. Just to be in a gleeful space, if you will. And that's how I manage to expand my network of people around me. Like, I never really tried to change people. I only try to get people to understand where I come from, my perspective. And I think there's so many people who are in this space and outside this space who want to convert people to their way of thinking. Whereas for me, it's not. And that's why I sit and listen a lot of the times. Is that I want to get to understand where you come from versus saying that your way of doing things is not the correct way because it may work for you and it may not work for me, and that's okay. Like we don't have to be carbon copies of one another. We just have to have an understanding of one another to find peace.
All right. My takeaway from tonight is that there's a lot of broken people out here dating. The trauma is palpable. You could, I mean, from, like just in my opinion, from the MET Gala, right? There's such a thirsty need to be seen and to be worshipped that there's a bigger thing at hand right now, which is the US allegedly is moving into a state of poverty. People can't afford to buy groceries or medicines or pay for gas. And the idea that a celebrity can spend what people would gladly pay for with an arm or a leg, to just pay for basic necessities, they would spend on an outfit or a seat at a table is like root chakra problems to me. I'm just saying. And then when we go to Stefon Diggs with his chef, you could see a broken, in my opinion, of course, you can see a broken woman who had a fantasy in her head of what her relationship was with this man and what she meant to this man. And we clearly see that with Blueface and one of his baby mamas, Nevaeh, and then we also see that with, in a way, Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, because she was doing everything for him, feeling that she was his equal, and he had other ideas. So I feel like my big takeaway from tonight is that instead, like on TikTok, I get a lot of requests for readings, but I don't get nearly enough requests for healings. And I think that's where the world needs to make a shift. They got to, like Chris said it, and I know Brooklyn and Rafi and Rob touched on it at some points, but people got to take accountability for themselves and the pain that they're going through and stop making these bad decisions and these choices by getting their healing. So I want to thank the panel tonight for coming out. This was amazing. You guys don't go anywhere. I'm going to end the show. We're going to go back into the green room and discuss. But for those of you that were watching live, listening to the recording, please let us know in the comments what you thought of our first show. This is season 1, episode 1 of The Great Debate, a YouTube podcast show. And this is our co-host, Yara.
Oh, did we get from Rafi?
Yeah,
Rafi said he was going last.
Rafi had something else to say?
We get Rafi?
Come on, Rafi.
Yeah. So
I got you, Rafi.
thank you, Kyle, brother. Thank you.
I thought he went
Thank you.
first.
No, he said he wanted to go last.
Oh, okay,
But-
Rafi, and then we end.
Rich touched on something I really like. He was saying that we need to stop running and saying everything, complaining about stuff. The only one that complained about in these situations is the woman. The man,
Oh, wow.
the men didn't say nothing.
We supposed to be wrapping it up with a positive note. One
my bad,
takeaway.
my bad.
You come
I
up
thought
with
that
that?
was
This is why we don't let you go last.
Yeah. So the positive note is that we need to take accountability. We can't be blaming the other person for our actions, and I agree. At a certain age, after the age of 30, is all on you. It's all on you. You can't say the other person maybe do nothing because you should know better. So that's my positive outlook. To be honest, I really forgot. I forgot, and Uma's like I had a good one, but then Uma forgot me, and I just forgot, and I thought.
See, y'all should stop blame Rob. Y'all should just
Blame
left
it
it alone. Left it all alone. To the panel, you guys don't go anywhere. We're gonna go ahead and end the show. And to everyone who's watching, please don't forget to hit a like, drop a comment, and let us know how we did on our first night. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate you
guys.
guys.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Awesome.
I would go to the green room.
Well, yeah, we go to the green room.
Oh, this is how you go to the green room? How you do that? I don't know how you do that.
We gotta leave.
I don't know.